Hey everyone, Ken from Bluewater Sport Fishing Boats here on our latest build. This is a 2025 2850. It's a light gray boat with a white bottom and the light gray hull sides. It's got Suzuki 300s on it. We've got a lot of stuff on this boat. It's got Seakeeper trim tabs on it, and it has a Dometic Optimus joystick system. Under the hardtop, we've also got the light gray. We've got a full Lumitech lighting package, a full Garmin electronics package, a Garmin Kraken 90-inch trolling motor. A lot of stuff on here that I'm going to show you. Absolutely beautiful boat, one of the best riding boats out there. It's a 2850, but it's over 31 feet overall. So with a boat with twin engines, you're really not going to get a ride like this until you move up to something with trips. So it's a really great riding boat, great fishing boat, and let's take a look at it. So starting at the front of the boat, we've got a pop-up bow light and pop-up cleats. We use those to keep the deck clear, so when you're fishing, your lines don't get caught in it. We've got a really nice finished anchor locker right here. You can see it's actually a finished part that we build into the boat. It's not just part of the hull that we gel coat. That's nice because when your anchor's banging around in there, it's not going to bang on your hull and cause damage to the hull. So on this boat, we've installed the Garmin Kraken 90-inch trolling motor. Really nice trolling motor, got a ton of torque, and it actually wirelessly integrates with your Garmin screens and can lock on places, can automatically drive you to bait. It's a real nice new model that they just come out with. And we've used a C-swivel mount on this boat to mount the trolling motor. So typically with the trolling motor, you're kind of awkwardly having to lean over the gunwales. Sometimes you even have to climb up on the gunwales. The C-swivel, you just swing it around and it will lock into place. And then you can just deploy it right from the boat very easily. So just a nice feature. This is also a new product that just came out this year, C-swivel. Just wanted to put basically all the new parts, everything that we've seen out there that we like onto this boat. So looking at the gunwales now, we've got Gemlux rod holders pretty much every 6 inches going along the gunwales here. We've got their deluxe series, and we've also got a couple swivels mixed in for your electric reels, kite fishing, and next to those we've got outlets for those electric reels also. So there's 4 electric reel outlets on this boat. I forget exactly how many cup holders and rod holders we have on the gunwales, but we've got 51 rod holders in total on this boat. So you don't just have to bring the rods you're going to use that day, you could bring all of your rods. So in addition to all the rod storage we got a ton of dry storage. The biggest box on the boat, we have a coffin box right here. This is 1,200 quarts. Not sure how much that converts to in gallons, but it's a lot. You can see me standing in here, it's almost up to my waist. You could probably fit 3 people in here. Definitely fit a sailfish, you can definitely fit a swordfish, tuna in here. And we've also got rod storage in here. So you can close this hatch, and this latch locks so you can keep some of your rods on the boat locked and secured. We got more dry storage on each side of the boat. So we have one more storage compartment under here. And actually under here is access to your batteries. We've moved the batteries forward on this boat just to give you a little more weight forward and help the ride. And then the last thing I wanted to point out up here is under this console seat, we have a giant insulated cooler. This cooler is filled with foam, and everywhere under the deck is actually filled with foam as well. So every box is insulated. It's going to add flotation. It's going to give you a little bit quieter ride, and it's also going to make the boat a lot more solid, and it basically locks everything together when that foam hardens. All right, so let's take a look at the console now. This console is finished, and it's really large, really easy to be in here and work on the boat. It's a fully finished console. I'm going to stand up. It's about, I'm standing up now. I'm 5'11" with a hat on, so I'd say you have about 6 inches of standing room in here. On this back wall here, we've got our amplifiers. These are JL MV series. We've got an 808 here and a 601 to power the subs. We've got all of our electronics rigged to this battery panel. So you've got all of your breakers up here. You got the 4 deep drop outlet breakers here, your steering system. You got your house and cranking batteries, and all the fuses are here as well. So really easy to kind of turn everything on and keep track of what's going on with your electronics. Below me, I've got our BIS 3-bank battery charger. So this is going to charge the trolling motor lithium battery as well as the house and cranking batteries. And we have a BIS alternator charger here as well. That's going to keep that lithium battery topped off while you're running the boat. And real easy access to all the rigging. This one pops off and this door swings out. So you can see, even with all the electronics and everything we have on this boat, still plenty of room to work on things. All the wiring is really easy to follow. Everything's labeled. We got our trolling motor battery. It's a 36 volt, 105 amp hour battery. So really big battery. It should be last you probably more than a day using it full time. And then everything else in here is fully labeled. All the NEMA connections, the steering connections, and these light controllers as well back here. So really nicely laid out, really well done. We spend a lot of time and effort on our wiring, trying to get it perfect, just to make it a better experience for the customer when they get the boat. So I'm at the helm now. What we wanted to do with this was keep it clean, but also very functional, have easy access to everything. So we've got our storage pad here, right behind the windshield. We've got our Garmin 8612s. These are flush mounted, you can see. So this is an anti-glare, anti-scratch material that these are mounted to. We've got our 2 Suzuki SMG 4 gauges, our Optimus 360 joystick, our C-Star steering screen here, and we've got Suzuki start-stop trim tabs and our Seakeeper ride controller here as well. Obviously the Suzuki binnacle, and then we have all of our switches here on this beautiful switch panel that lights up and is dimmable, so if you're running at night you could turn it down or turn it off, just to kind of make it easier on your eyes. Up top in the E-box, really clean up here as well, where you got your VHF and your Fusion 770 head unit. You got a nice glove box here to throw keys and wallets and that type of stuff, as well as helm pads so you're comfortable when you're standing here. So we've got a really nice helm seat here. It's got armrests, flip down bolsters. This is all Sunbrella material, so it should last a while, easy to maintain, shouldn't get mold or anything like that on it. We've got port and starboard tackle storage in the gunnels here. You got 5 Plano boxes in here. We've got another tackle box in here, tilt out box. This is our new fiberglass, all fiberglass leaning post, goes all the way down to the floor. It's got a toe kick all the way around. It's a custom 2-part mold that we made a few months ago. We've got 5 rod holder cup holders up here. We've got more storage here and a rigging station. You got room for 2 Plano boxes, catch-alls, and a nice little box here to throw your leads or hooks, whatever you want it to store in there. We got a pull-out cooler that can double as a rear-facing seat. So if you're trolling, you can kind of sit here and watch your lines or talk to the people sitting across from you. All right, taking a look at the hardtop. We've actually raised this hardtop an additional 3 inches. The owner of this boat has a very tall father-in-law who fishes and dives with him a lot. So he wanted to make sure he had enough headroom. So we have the ability to kind of customize things, so that was no problem for us. We've also got 9 rod holders up here on this double-sided, this 2-level rod holder, which is part of the hardtop. Our hardtop is a 2-sided fiberglass part that we make. We do a surfboard finish on the edges here. So most boats aren't going to have that. They're just going to be glued together and chopped off. That actually takes us about 2 days just to get that edge finished. We do it all by hand. So I'm on our aft seat option here. You can see how big this thing is. You could probably fit maybe even 5 people on it. Really comfortable. Got cup holders right here. This is fully removable, so you could take this off when you're fishing or leave it on, and this seat actually folds down as well. So I'll fold this down. And when that goes down, you can really get an idea of how big this cockpit is. I don't think there's a bigger cockpit until you get up into like a 34, 35-foot boat. So you could fish, you know, almost 6, maybe even 8 guys back here comfortably. This backrest will pop right out. I'll just place this over here, and you have access to your first live well on here. We've got the Gemlux adjustable drains on here with 2 adjustable overflows. This is gasketed and it's a locking latch, so you can really pressurize this really nicely and get the exact flow you want for your bait. On this side, we've got a sink and bait prep station. We've got a freshwater hose right there. In addition, you've got a freshwater hose on a freshwater faucet on this side of the boat, and on the starboard side of the boat, you've got a saltwater faucet. We've got a deep drop outlet on each side of this boat as well. And we've got another fish box back here, really large. This is macerated as well. And right below me, a 60-gallon live well. So you've got, I think, 120 plus gallons of bait capacity on this boat. So on this boat, we've got 8 JL 77s and 2 subs. They're all controlled by 2 amplifiers and a fusion head unit. The lighting package we have on this boat is Lumitech. So we've got under gunnel lights, underwater lights, 3 spreader lights, map lights, courtesy lights, probably forgetting one. Oh, we've got a light bar on the boat. So tons of light. That we have the Poco and the Pico package from Lumitech. So everything can be controlled by your Garmin's in addition to the switch panel. All right, so up top, we've got our Lumitech Razor light bar. We've got a Garmin radar. We've got our sea station antenna in the back, as well as a Garmin weather antenna. Pretty much fully loaded out with all the electronics you could put on a boat like this. All right, so just taking a quick look at our bilge. Really clean, really easy to access everything. We have two bilge pumps back here, 2 float switches. We've got the Airmar B275 low hide wide transducer. That's actually glassed in, and it's a mold we put within our mold to get that exact shape, so it looks really clean in the bilge. You got the bait well pumps for your 2 bait wells, and you have your fuel filter here, as well as the switch to switch from your saddles to your main tanks. This boat has 365 gallons of fuel, so plenty of fuel to get you wherever you're going. And with those wing tanks, if you're going across to the Bahamas, you have the ability to fill up the mains, run off the wings, and then when you get to the Bahamas, if you need to refill, which you may not with that much fuel, but you can keep your fuel separate and just make sure you don't have any fuel problems on the run back. So this boat has a Optimus steering system with the joystick. So we've got two electric actuators on each motor, and that gives you the ability to spin the boat in a complete 360 circle in place, as well as a built-in autopilot and the ability to go sideways into a dock. So just a really, really nice feature to have, especially when it's windy and you're trying to control the boat around a dock. We've got Suzuki 300s on this boat. It's a really nice power package. This boat gets up to about 60 miles per hour and it's really efficient. We've got the Seakeeper trim tabs as well on this boat. These are the 525 model. So we actually got this ladder custom ordered from Italy. Nice little feature, makes climbing on the boat easier, and something a little fancier than we usually do for a ladder, but I think it's a nice touch. So one last thing we've got on this boat is a transom rod rack holder. Another place to put 5 rods on this boat. Thanks for taking a look at the boat with me. This is a 2025 Bluewater 2850. It holds 340 gallons of fuel. It's 31 feet overall when you count the bracket. We've got this one powered with Suzuki 300s. We've got a Seakeeper ride on it, an Optimus joystick, full Garmin package with 16-inch screens and a 90-inch trolling motor, JL audio stereo with two subs and 2 amplifiers, Lumitech lights, sea swivel, pretty much anything you could put on a boat we've got on this boat. And great fishing boat, great storage, great fuel capacity, and it runs good. So hopefully you guys get a chance to run it one day.